Hello. All right, guys. Welcome back, everyone, to the Runback featuring Black Yoshi here. Hold up, let's move in a little bit so make sure he gets in. But otherwise, if you guys are running it back for episode 7, really appreciate you guys. I'm obviously West Tower.
WesTweli here, on the mic, chilling.
But yep, so we're gonna have Black Yoshi here, and yeah, one of the best Bayos. Honestly, in A, if you guys don't know about him, definitely trying to make it out to more stuff. But we'll see what he's been doing so far. Like you said, it's been a while since you've been out to a Nova event here in MDVA. So first off, how was your day here at Bracket and all that stuff?
My day went super good, super great. Doubles was fun. Singles was definitely fun. I felt like I played really well today. Met a lot of new faces, so I'm just completely happy to be here.
It's a good time. Let's talk about doubles a little bit. Doubles was pretty lit. I know you and Crits were like having fun with it too.
Yeah, that was our first time ever playing doubles together, and it was by far one of the funnest experiences of doubles.
And that's one thing I hear a lot when people play with Crits. You know, I've heard it from Squirk one time when I forgot where they played. I think it was Glitch, maybe a Glitch or even a monthly, something like that. But when they team together in dubs, they had such a fun time. They didn't do too well, but they had a blast. Yeah. And at the end of the day, that's what you gotta remember because you're playing a video game.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, his synergy in doubles is super good. Like he stays confident. You know, we both talk to each other, communicating, talking about stage bans and everything. He's just a team player. So playing with him is by far amazing.
I know you have like a couple other like prominent like doubles teammates with the likes of Hero whenever you're in Sova, and then Pink Fresh as well. Can we talk about both of those I don't know, companions and just how like the dynamic kind of changes?
Well, me and Pink, we only teamed once for triples, but that one I felt like that was like a very super serious environment. Like, of course we're having fun, but I'm playing with two of the top Bayonettas, and you know I have to try to show myself.
Yeah.
But playing with them, nonetheless, was super fun. I learned a whole bunch of new tech, and just being able to play with both of my idols was just truly a blessing.
Yeah.
And then Hero, my static partner, I love that guy to death.
Of course.
So we both
Also, one top tier Twitter as well.
Top tier Twitter as well. If you guys do not follow him, give that man a follow. But he's by far one of my favorite people that I've ever teamed with, like ever. Probably like my number one, only because he's so knowledgeable with the game, so knowledgeable with each character and situations and stuff like that. And he's by far one of the best like spiritual talking people. I don't know how to say it.
He'll get you in the moment, all right?
Yeah.
He'll be like, "This is not over. I don't care if we're down one stock, both of us,
like,
and they both have 3. We're winning this."
Like legit,
like
the game, it'll be like he'll die. I'll be on my last stock, and it'll be like 5
I try to
stocks.
kind of have the
And
hero
he's like-
tone too.
he's
I don't
just
know
like,
if that.
You got it. You've done this before, and in my head I'm like, did I? Like I don't know. I'm just in that zone.
Yeah, like by the way, with doubles, do you guys practice at all? Like even like try and scout out some maybe even Wi-Fi or even play some offline doubles with other static teams as well.
Whenever we go out of state or region together, we'll try to do doubles together. But most of the time we play doubles online a lot. Play a lot.
I mean, honestly, that is kind of the way. Like, even with singles, sometimes, sure, because of the extra latency and extra connections, the connection can be kind of foggy, can be kind of hazy there. But good practice is good practice.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I guess segueing it, because I think Hero is like a staple, like Sova homie. When you think Sova, like I think of people like Hero, I think of people like Senpai, Sova Unknown, Puppe, Squirk as well. But kind of talk about, I think, not even Anvil, but even like the TGS scene and like how it was like coming up in like Virginia Beach area specifically.
Yeah, like those guys, they're definitely Sova icons, for sure. If it's not me, it's definitely Hero, it's definitely Sova Unknown, it's definitely Puppe, for sure. Definitely Squirk if he ever comes back. Tragedy that.
I can see him coming back.
I'm pretty sure he's coming back.
The thing is, because like I was saying, I don't know if I said this on the Runback, but it happened in Gears a few times. You know, in Gears 3, there were a bunch of people that were taking breaks. They're like, you know what, I'm done with this. They're getting frustrated with the game, but they keep coming back. And then by the 5th time, I'm like, obviously you want to do this. You got to figure out. You got to figure the fuck. And obviously this is a different game, different things you got to figure out. But I totally understand that.
Yeah, it's definitely like a mental wall hitting most players, hitting me actually. But everyone has a mental wall that just happens to pop up, and it's rather, I feel like it's a challenge where it shows where you think you're strong enough to get over that wall, or if you think you should just drop out on that point.
So I guess like in a similar way, when I remember watching you from a distance, because I remember the first time I ever saw you, you were an Anvil commentator, and I was like, this dude is amazing. You were commentating over like I want to say like Viceroy, and you kept calling that up air the Halo, like Beyonce's Halo, and I was like, let's get it.
I need to get
Oh
back
my
into
goodness,
that.
I would love like for some more Black Yoshi commentary.
Definitely. That's what I was saying earlier. I'm like, get on the mic if you are available.
Yeah. It's hard when you're unavailable because you're in so many top 8s, but
Hey, you're not wrong.
but describe. I remember like for a while when you had Yoshi specifically, like your results were either starting to stagnate or maybe you were hitting a ceiling or something, and it wasn't until you were able to bring some of that like same creativity to Bayonetta where I saw you really enjoying the game and just the process of the come up in general. But like, did you kind of hit a wall there, or?
I definitely hit a wall with Yoshi as soon as Cloud came out. So by far, I think it's its worst matchup for sure. But it's definitely doable nonetheless. But Yoshi, still I play him. I still play that character. I still think he's a super fun character. But Bayonetta being my favorite video game character, so it stacks well.
Where were you when the reveal happened, or you were probably behind like a stream, but like how hype was that for you?
When Bayonetta got revealed?
I can only imagine bouncing off the walls. Coming in and out of doors like Scooby-Doo.
No, here's the story. So the day where the palette was released for like, vote your own character in, of course I voted Bayonetta. I voted for her on like multiple computers. So
busted.
No, actually, there was a cheat you could have. It was something where you can like go on your phone and just do it over and over and over again. Because I remember voting for her too, and I was like, you know what, screw it. I voted for characters like Amy. Voted for a good amount of Sonic characters actually,
Amy
but I
definitely voted for Bayonetta, Rouge, and and Knight.
Because our Knights would have been dope.
That's my favorite.
That's all I'm saying. Like a lot of people forget about Knights, but
slept on.
That was the show.
But what happened when the palette came out? I voted, and then like I actually grabbed a notepad. And I was like, okay, what can Bayonetta's moves be? So I was just like writing down this, playing Bayonetta 2, seeing what could be fit into Smash Brothers. Pramela can even tell you. We went to Foe, and I was just telling them this could be this. I was like, her smash contest can be her wicked weave punches, her up B can be witch twist, da 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 da. And they're like, no, that's never gonna happen. And that's what all my friends were saying. It's like, it's never gonna happen.
Funny.
Bayonetta's not coming in the game. So day of release, I was like, she's not coming. I'll be excited for whoever we get. And then I heard her talk in the trailer, and I just paused, and
oh my god.
Pramela can even tell you I cried that day. I legit.
I would.
Cried, screaming, like panicking. Like,
so Stream, you heard it here first. Black Yoshi the Prophet, writing it down on a notepad and writing that character in.
And the thing is, I got all the moves right.
And we don't script anything, but so, anyways.
I guess moving on, I feel like this is pretty generic with like interviewing Bayo mains, but I think because you were such on like a forefront of like pushing that character, you have like experienced a lot of like kickback about Bayonetta. But like, what advice, I guess specifically, would you have to other people, young ones like Jeb or like I don't know whoever else Bayo main like 69 or something, who's like in brackets just like trying to like I don't know learn the character specifically, but also deal with some of like the unnecessary kind of backlash, like
The first thing that I tell them is play who you want to play, don't listen to anyone else. And then the second thing I tell them is be as creative with the character as you can be. Make your own neutral, because believe me, every Bayonetta is super different. You can't copy any Bayonetta at all. You can take
that's one thing I say in general with a lot of characters. Bayo's a perfect example of that, especially when it comes to Punish game, because you can literally just imagination with that character, and Mario is one of those characters. Because sure, you can learn the matchup, what they kind of want to do, but at the end of the day, they play so differently. Every single one of them, you have to figure it out while in match, or you're gonna be either getting set of losers or sitting out of the tournament.
Yeah, like legit. I think playing Bayonetta is hard.
If you do not play Bayonetta and never touched her, and you say she's either she's branded or she's super easy, I can pick her up next week and play her and win the whole tournament, you have not played Bayonetta. Especially post-patch. Pre-patch I can understand, but post-patch now, when everyone is learning their SDI, learning how to DI in general, nah.
Did someone die?
Yeah, gyms.
Yeah, somebody
died. I'm sorry.
So rest in peace to the person who died.
Rip glass.
You're not gyms, but just learn it, man. Just learn. That's all I'm saying. I didn't mean to call you gyms.
Yeah.
Or did I?
A few more things to highlight before you make the long Long drive back. Speaking of long drives, Frostbite, how was that event, and how is it like finally getting some exposure for the amount of hard work you're putting in?
And Abadongo.
Frostbite was by far one of my favorite events that I went to. Not even because I took a PGR win, not even that. It's just that I was able to show that, I work hard for this character, and I'm here to show it, along with making new friends that, I talk to basically religiously now on Twitter. Just message them, see how they're doing, etc., etc. And of course, getting recognition from Void was by far.
Oh, if you don't know him with Void, man.
That's the best.
If you don't know about
Why don't you have a Void Bear instead of that Eevee?
I liked Antonio.
Oh, his name
It's
that's a good name.
He also names his.
I named
got
my
good
thing.
names.
He also names his knights for the use of Zoda with down B. Right now it's
named my knights.
Ronald.
It's Ronald. He didn't die today. Thank God. He's been going.
I should have killed it 20 times. I could have.
Yeah, you could have. I would have cried. I cried.
Cause how many R names can you think of? You just start doing Ronald Juniors, Ronald the Thirds, like
But it's honestly like if
Ronaldo.
if you don't know about me and Void, you obviously don't know about.
You don't know Black Yoshi.
So what was
Yeah.
it like meeting your husband for the first time? That's the real question.
Actually, I met him at Super Smash Con for the first time
Last year.
last year. Yeah.
Okay.
Cinnamon, I was like, Cinnamon, tell Void that I think he's cute, and she was like, okay, I'll do it. And then she came back, just like, okay, Void needs proof, so you need to go tell him. So of course, I look like I'm an autistic kid trying to tell him I think he's cute. Because I was.
SmashCon, we were talking about this last episode. SmashCon, like, top player interaction, like, was at an all-time, like, just tense. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zero's popping off on everyone.
Yeah, because Zero's all like, it's like, listen, I am Zero. Vanessa thinks I'm the best. We need VIP rooms. We need a VIP rooms. I need the best. But that's what he's saying. So it's like, I understand that.
Meeting Void was by far my favorite thing. And of course, at Frostbite, getting recognition from him, like, he came, I didn't see him coming up to dap me up, but he did. And I didn't know this was him. Like, adrenaline
Was it a
just
good
on.
dap?
It was a great dap. I looked up, he gave me a smile.
You know,
and then, like, I smiled, I was like, thanks, wait for him to turn, and then I legit fell on Cinnamon's legs, like, just crying. Just, like, fangirling.
No,
It's really embarrassing.
Cinnamon with the support in two
Yes,
different
Yeah.
interactions.
Cinnamon is
Can we
my
talk about how
goddess.
much we like Cinnamon, though?
By the way, we still need Cinnamon on here.
Sin! Where's she at?
Oh, well now I don't know. You need to be getting home. We're trying to make sure you and
She
Pro
can
ain't
throw
staying
it
up till 6. Not 6, but just
legit,
late.
When I get home, I'm playing Tekken. It's
Let's
as
go.
much as I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to catch up on my sleep. Good days off. And in
But
my head,
Tekken,
it's
though.
just like, you need to get yellow rank on Tekken. I'm like, I need to get yellow
Honestly,
rank
like the grind like that is really what shows the top competitors from the people that I'll do it
Anything
next
you're learning
week.
from Tekken at the moment that's helping out with Smash?
on neutral, by far neutral, and patient.
I can actually tell that when you're neutral. I was noticing like some new mind tricks,
Yeah,
pulling some stuff out of the pockets.
like legit, I feel like today it was by far the calmest I've played until game 2 versus Lemon, because I was just like, there's so many lemons. How do I?
Yeah, I also noticed you were lobbing the match about with him earlier.
Yeah.
Earlier when you were
super
doing
good
friendlies.
player, super good player.
Yeah, super underrated. Super glad to see him do actually well after coming back.
Yeah, I want to say he's one of my first non-PR win that I've gotten in like a
Oh,
long
God.
while. I think a year.
That face that Iota
So
made.
we got an Iota face. So that basically means we're gonna wrap it up with a final question.
Okay.
Black Yoshi,
Oh.
you've had quite a ride on like your whole entire experience. What has Smash specifically taught you about life in general, and what experiences have been formidable for your growth as a person individually?
Definitely, it helps me with my anxiety because I have super terrible anxiety. I don't really like to talk to people unless I'm being talked to, because if not, I feel like I'm more of a disturbance to them. But Smash definitely helped me personally, confidence-wise and just mentally-wise, because, we're all just players together, trying to learn the game, trying to be better, just trying to have fun mostly. And now that I'm somewhat of an idol to some players, it just sort of makes me build my confidence more. Just like, okay, these people look up to me, I can't look down on everyone who's looking upwards towards me. I have to be good for people that can't play. Like, mostly I play for my little sister because she likes to watch me play, and cheer me on and stuff. So, yeah, I'm not giving her a Twitch account. I refuse to give her a Twitch account.
That's fine. She can't get it all. She'll get the heartfelt
My mom would
shout-out.
text me. She's like, Naya said you did well. She said, good job on fifth today. So she's like, thank you.
I'm glad the family is like behind you though. That's
Yep.
always important.
Now, that's one thing that happened earlier where I was actually getting me emotional because there was a Samus. The Samus that
The Samus.
brought, I don't know if it was game 3, Actually, it was game 3. The Sam is coming out of nowhere and bringing Iota to game 3, and
14 years old.
and Chris was talking to the family of that because the family was there supporting him, and
I talked
they
to
were
mom, too.
so
The mom
supportive.
is so loving.
And I'm just like,
Great.
The mom is so loving.
like I can only imagine coming back home or having my family here. And I wouldn't want them here, but just coming back home and say if they even watched what happened today, even if my commentary or if I competed, be like, you know what, you got it or you got this. And wherever I go, when I come home, it's just kind of still to this day, it's kind of resentment. Like, it's like, oh, you're going staying out late at night doing this, what you're trying to do. You could be in school getting a
like that with my
real job. But it's like, and then it hurts, but you want to prove them wrong.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I did. 'Cause my mom's just like, well, because this was the time where I didn't have a job, where I was like at TGS just grinding and stuff. She's like, well, you sort of can't make like too much money off of Smash. And I was just like, bet. And then that's when I started winning TGS back to back.
Let's go.
And then I got sponsored. And then my mom was just like, all right.
Oh, okay.
It's like, you got it.
You got
You
it.
got it. Hey! You know how every black parent does. Yeah.
Legit.
Hey!
So now my mom sort of
Like-
brags about it now. So
Lit.
she's just like, yeah,
You see, that's one thing I will give is
back when
like,
he was a kid.
Back when he was a kid.
my.
Taught him Sonic Heroes. He beat it in a day. No biggie.
Dang.
It's like, my son makes money off of professional Smash Bros. Super Mash Sisters? What?
That'll be $3. Have a good day. Like I
Actually,
said,
Yeah.
I'm an
my
employee.
mom is
Like-
actually the person that got me into Smash.
Really?
She bought Melee for me, and I was too scared to beat Master Hand as a kid because
He looks gross.
He was-
So she was just like, if I beat
Need to
Smash, so she was legit like, if I beat this game, you're gonna have to try to beat this game by yourself. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so she just picked Peach and just mopped the whole stage. I'm like, okay, well if she can do it, I can do it. Because me being stubborn and competitive, I'm like, well, I'm gonna do it too. So every time Master Hand came up, I just mute the TV and then I just start playing.
There you go.
Just whatever it takes,
Whatever it takes. Listen
Yep.
here, folks. Whatever it takes to win. If you got to mute the
Listen.
TV.
Think of that way. When your mom comes in multiple times and you can't kill that damn spider,
And then it's got 2 of them too. What do you do?
just say, my mom did it, I can do it. Let's make this a new topic. Screw mentoring. If we can do it, if Black Yoshi can do it, you can do it.
You can do it. So Black Yoshi, thank you for appearing on episode
No
7.
problem,
Episode
thanks for
8.
having me.
Episode 8 with your mom is going to be amazing.
Oh yeah, seriously, bring her out.
We'll have her on.
I'll cry with her, be like, thank you for supporting your bullet.
But anyway, any
By
closing
the way-
thoughts that you have?
And this song, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but
Banger.
I hope they hear it.
This is such a banger. This is such a banger.
all right, I'm sorry. Anyway,
Any closing thoughts as this weird song
and
plays?
Jeb has just tackled Iota. Oh my lord.
Oh God.
Is Jeb drunk? Because he's an aggressive
Friends
drunk.
too friendly. Rated
It's
R.
got
Oh,
rated
God.
R
Out.
here.
Uncle Jeb.
I don't want to know what's happening in the Arctic Fury room at SmashCon. But anyways,
Anyway.
any last words? Any last shout outs?
All my Bayonetta mains out there, please do not listen to anyone.
Hey, Jeb,
that
listen to
says
this.
Anything to you.
Hey!
Bring your
Jeb,
ass.
come here.
Yeah, because I hate Jeb's mentality on Twitter. I don't know if you saw this, man. Before we start this, you can't be telling people to quit the game.
squat.
All right.
You're
So
beheaded,
before you
Jeb.
start,
Squat.
go ahead.
So legit,
Crouch. Crouch.
whatever you hear from other non-Bayo players, just
I'm a
legit-
bail.
Whatever you hear from non-Bayo players.
I thought he was.
Play Bayonetta now.
I thought he was trying to roast me.
No. What I'm saying is, whatever negativity you hear, just block that out. Because honestly, if it's not motivational words, it's not going to get you in the top 8. It's not going to get you a sponsor. You just really need to buckle down, play the game, and do a sassy walk if you need to. Legit.
Oh.
Legit.
Also, Black.
What? Said it.
Anyway,
Here's the bar.
I'm just imagining it. I was out to look at you. Anyways, but like, just also like it's coming from a Marvel vs. Capcom where it's like
Yeah.
he's coming from fighting game community, so he's used to it. You're like, if you just talk to
Those came
him,
out, I was like,
Let's
So
get
you
it.
got it. This is simple.
I was,
No, you got the.
I was like, oh, it's this kind of game.
Oh my God. Black Yoshi, where can they find you on Twitter? So we can get Iota to stop creeping in the background.
Oh my god. Black Yoshi SSB.
Black Yoshi, yes.
It's the I forgot the name, the saxophone guy, the meme.
Yeah.
It's that song playing in the background. And
It's too good. Also, next big tournament, SmashCon.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm done.
Are you guys going to SmashCon?
Almost definitely. We're gonna be grinding out. If I'm not commentating, if we're not commentating, then we're definitely grinding out just content.
We'll get
Interviews.
lit, too. We'll get some. We'll scheme some lit happenings.
So you guys can hear it.
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna try to get this date with Boy. Legit.
Let's go.
Oh, you said date?
Whatever you gotta do. Whatever you gotta do. Anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If it's on the menu,
If it's on
Every time the menu.
you order it.
That
order it, you know.
that cheese,
That cheese.
the pepperoni.
Alright. Alright. Thank you, Black Yoshi.
No problem.
Alright,
Thank you
take
for
care.
having
Thank you
me.
so much.
Thank you
Hugs
for
all around.
Alright, thank you.
I did the fist bump. I wasn't gonna reach over you and fucking hug it. Let's go. Let's go hug. Oh my god. Too lit. Too lit.
Alright. Thank you guys. Bye
Cheers.
guys.
We didn't say we could follow you. We got
Yes, we did. Your ass was just loud as hell.
Baby.
Well,
Bye.
if anyway, Black Yoshi SSB.
Definitely follow him. He has a top tier Twitter as well. That double synergy actually with him and Hero. So, but yep, you gotta ride to get home. So we're actually gonna kick you out so you can get some sleep.
You're about to
Or
dap
play
him
Tekken.
up. You're about to dap him up after the hug.
Hold up. Jeb doesn't know the epic sax guy.
Jeb doesn't know the epic sax
I'm
guy.
not
Jeb don't know
Guys.
nothing. What else is new?
Alright, then fine.
Later, Jeb.
Alrighty. So do you?
Get this loud. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get this. This mic is so loud. I'm done. I'm done with the mic. But yeah, I'm gonna start getting my laptop set up.
Yep. But also, we're also going to be having a logo reveal for
Ooh.
you guys as well.
Do you wanna go to the computer? Cause who the fuck else is gonna?
Yeah.
Okay. So while I get this set up, we will reveal. Drum roll, please, in the chat. And by drum roll, I mean just type it. Yeah, well, it'll be in the Discord, but that dude, you know, that new Bayonetta main Jeb, he also happens to do some art on the side, and he made us a nice little graphic that we're a little excited about. So, but in the meantime, I'm going to pull up some challenges. Thank you guys for joining that wild, wild interview. West has kind of been loopy tonight, too. Like, West has been, I mean, we love him. We do, right? But that dude, some days he's pretty weird, and then other days it's just like, it's a lot, you know? I was talking with somebody earlier, and I was like, you know, sometimes I'm happy that I'm, like, married to him in the form of commentary, but there's other days where you're just like, I don't know. Get that money. I don't know where he is, though. Boss gone. Probably double entendre. Anyway, I'm going to pull up some challenges. We'll start it off, I guess, with we'll start off with the monthly. The monthly was a good marriage day between low-key roasting. I mean, anybody can get it. Y'all know. Y'all know how it is in this region. But actually, so because I roasted my my brother, West Tower, I will say we solo tripped to the monthly. Xanadu monthlies are super unappreciated. It's had a nice little group of people. I'd want to say like 40 or so. A little more expensive on venue. No, I can't see it right now. Wes is trying to get the graphic up. But it was a nice little trip that we had up to Xanadu. It was a nice monthly as well. It had the registration on Smash GG. No, I can't see it at all. A little bit. Not too much, though. A little bit. All right, so let's look at pools. But so the biggest highlight that I saw from the monthly, other than just spending time with West, which was really nice, because the first time he was ever in my van, the WesTweli mobile. But Xanadu monthlies were really fun. We got to commentate a pretty decent amount of it. And I was really happy because first in that tournament we had Parappa. Parappa doing really, really well, and we'll talk about his run through top 16 because he had a lot of really good wins. He did make it out of pools first, no losses, so that was already pretty good. The first upset though that we will talk about is Sariander over ZD. Sariander came through. He had his brother support right by his side, and it was just really nice seeing Sariander, somebody who, I mean, is old MDVA, flew out. He's always been so good, especially with the Puff spacing. I've been playing Puff all day today, too, and what a fun character. But he takes it 2-1 over ZD. He won Game 1, almost won Game 2 in SDs, and then won Game 3. He was just doing a really good job edge guarding. And he ends up taking out Pootie Tang as well before getting 1-3 to Parappa. Parappa's Ryu did really well in that situation because when you space back air correctly against Puff, it's just really, really hard. Seagull Joe takes out Remzi, which I thought was a pretty good win because it's a top 5 win, but he does fall short because Parappa beats Poseidon, Seagull Joe, which was a nice PR win. He had already beaten Seagull the previous Xanadu. Sari 3-1, and then he 3-0s Pink Fresh. Oh, dang it. So he 3-0s Pink Fresh, and then he's sitting in Grands, and Pink Fresh takes the next set, Game 10, 2-3 over Parappa, and then because it's anime, hey, there we go. Make that jump. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, my God. So that's our new graphic made by Jeb. It's got the best part about this, and I'll tell this before Wes gets back on the mic. The best part about this, see the commentary logo. Oh, man, that's so good. See the commentary conjunction. You see the Smash logo, the mic. The best part is I am carrying West Tower in the picture. Don't tell him I said that. Anyway. Carrying on this analysis right now, and then Game 15, Parappa, with the spacing, he did a little bit of Ryu to get him through in that last set, but it worked out, winning Game 3, and then he lost with the Ryu again, but he was able to make that adaptation, clutches it out with the Koopaling, and oh my goodness, and another one, bam, bam, bam. We got another graphic that he'll probably enlarge a little bit. I don't know what he's doing. But, yeah, so good stuff to Parappa. Parappa is such a, he's almost on the likes of, Black Yoshi, Archie, other people who, he started going, 1-2, 0-2. Look at that beautifulness. Started going 0-2, 1-2 at, Xanadu's. Started grinding, went out to so many JTSs. He's been to caves. He's been to so many different places. He's met a lot of people on his way, always growing. Always just innovating the game with his Bowser Jr. But to see him go that far and finally start to make these wins, which kind of folds into the storyline that we've been seeing as of recently, where our bottom 15 through 20 on the PR, if not higher, has been had some questionable losses. But some of those people that are on the cusp, because honestly, I genuinely believe that we have 35 top 20 players. So our PRs never make sense because our region doesn't make sense. So Parappa doing really, really well this season. I think he's had wins over, at this point, wins over Seagull. I'm talking about Parappa at the moment right now. Parappa in the past week has had wins over Remzi, Seagull, ZD at this past Xanadu, I believe, and what other top 5? Pretty much everyone in the top 5. Oh, and Pink. So
that looks good.
That looks real good.
All right.
Shout-outs to our executive producer, Jeb, for producing a really nice logo for us. As I said, hopefully, he's a new Bayonetta main. Hopefully he does great in bracket. But, hey, he does great artwork. So if you always plug in the kid, if you just need, PRs with 240 layers, or if you need a crisp banner like his brother's Wadi, who's beautiful, look no further than Jeb. Jeb, GFX, or whatever he's calling nowadays. Slide in the DMs. He'll get you some nice stuff. But I'm fast-forwarding through. I already talked about Parappa's run. He did really well. Tension also did really, really good. He 2-1 ZD with Ryu. He beats Poseidon, 3-0 Sari, making that Fox Puff matchup look like a breeze, and then loses to Seagull Joe. Seagull Joe did pretty well.
Match. Tough set.
And I think it was a good day for Pink as well, because Pink could have went into that tournament. He saw Remzi, ZD, Seagull, and then a bunch of other heavy hitters, and could have been thinking, man, I'd be lucky to get 5th at this tournament. He started eating some Chinese food, wasn't feeling good.
Oh, we're talking about the monthly right now.
Yeah, we're talking about the monthly. We're kicking it off with Saturday. So Pink, somehow he was sick as a dog, and he played so well in his set versus Seagull, because, to quote, I hate losing to Seagull. Man, when I look,
off when he won too. He popped off.
Yeah. So
out, yes, really loud, and gave that fist bump.
By the way, our Seagull interview might have been the best interview that we've ever done.
He got cut off. I didn't even want to interview him. If Seagull, I doubt he's here.
It was so great. I actually odd shotted it. I might.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have to find the odd shot. It was great. So that was basically it for the monthly. Can we talk about just some of the event stuff? Our ride home was fun. And I just had a fun day. I was talking about how we've been commentator married, right? Yep. That was a good marriage day. We're working it out. It's a nice date, you know. Kids were taking care.
we
Our
going
kids were
through?
doing good. Oh, I don't know, man. By the way, there was a poll earlier on Twitter. Waddy Pie being voted the cutest in the region. Absolutely busted. I
Like,
feel
if you
it-
know them, they're like obviously they're a good couple. They work with each other very well. They do so many things with each other. They're good. They're a good couple, but they're not cute. All right, if you know, they're not cute. They do nothing.
Yeah,
really
we hella
cute.
cute though. Like, no lie. So, 4th of July. Did you enjoy your 4th of July? While I
4th
pull
of
up the
July.
Fiend edition
Yeah,
of 4th
hopefully
of
everyone
July.
had a good 4th of July. Everyone had a safe time. Speaking of that, but 4th of July was pretty good. It was pretty casual. I'm kind of happy with that. I don't
Yep.
need everything to be
Gotta be.
spectacular, especially like that. If you look at Anti's Twitter right
Cookout
now.
good? Was the cookout good?
Actually, didn't have cookout. We had pizza instead because we were just hanging out with some homies.
Why not?
And decided to just chillax, play some even old games. Like we played Double 7 Age Under Fire, played some Double Dash, played some Super Mario Star Baseball.
Ooh.
This is actually a very good song. It's a meme song, but it's very good.
Yeah, no, this song's fire. By the way, could I have you plug this into the little hangy one?
Where?
It's by like the lamp to the right
see
of
it.
the little computer there.
It doesn't. No, it needs the whole. Oh, I see the wearable.
Okay. But anyway, just making sure my battery don't die on me. So basically, so this Tuesday at Xanadu, going rather quick, ZD is on a destruction path in winners, but he ends up losing to Parappa 2-1. Parappa takes out in his warpath, let's see, dinner time, 2-1's Logic, got into like round 3 pretty free, but a 2-1 ZD, and then he unfortunately loses to Zephyr, who Zephyr, what a great, I don't know if you watched on Tuesday,
able
finally.
to take a Xanadu. That man.
And he did it in good fashion, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
and this
beating
man's supposed to
Parappa,
be on
beating
a
ZD.
break, apparently.
He's still on a hiatus, you know, whatever. Squirk's retired. Wii U. But yeah, so beating ZD, ZD not able to force the reset, beating him game 5, and you can see the relief on his face. I was just really proud of Zephyr for putting in the work. I don't know, his mentality, his headspace seems to be really clean, and I was just happy that he was able to say, I did it. You know, I've been grinding, I've been making that stupid drive after IT work, you know, work sucked, whatever. But like finally, you saw the drive in him, and you saw the drive to Xanadu this past Tuesday, even on 4th of July, no breaks. This music's throwing me off, but it's hip. Like I'm digging it. Meanwhile, on the bottom of the bracket, Zeph. So let's go through Zeph's. He beats basically Osiris, who's in the chat earlier, Sariander, Siegel, and then Parappa and ZD.
Apparently,
and
he
then,
didn't drop a whole set.
No, did not drop a
Xanadu.
set. Like, what a legend. Apostle, one person that I wanted to shout out. Apostle had a nice little run, beating Royal V, 2-0ing Logic, and then
Really?
2-0ing Poyo, and then losing to Siegel. But he made it top. I think he got like 7th. And then
Wow.
QWERTY
That's
snuck
awesome.
into, I want to say, like 7th. Sariander. ZD did get the hashtag runback on Sari. And then ZD beats Siegel. What else is new? So that's basically Tuesday Xanadu. Let's talk about Fantastic last night. Fantastic last night, 61 entrants. It was lit. Like, and I was mad because I work every single Wednesday. I was watching that stream at home, creeping like in the blinds, and I was just like, all my homies having a good time.
Yep.
Like,
You're
but
talking about crits and Fantastic?
just
Oh.
Fantastic in general.
Yeah.
We will talk about crits in a sec, but
But yeah, to answer your, or to kind of respond to Rags here, like we said, like we have our wild moments. Trust us. Like we had earlier with Black Yoshi, those wild moments.
does get
For if
wild.
you look at our Beans, run back on our YouTube, if you guys want to follow, go and subscribe.
I mean,
to
it was
that.
even wild because Beans snuck back.
Yeah,
run back.
and last week Beans snuck back.
We hit the Bean square, and it just, I don't know. It's
And
crazy.
So wild stuff happens. Like you can't. You
And you
can't just
can't-
make it happen though.
You can't make it happen, though, and also you can't miss it. That's why you got to tune in every single week because you never know what's around the corner. Anyway, because honestly, it's crazy. And so, also, crazy results. We had a Wadi list, fantastic.
Yep, and that's why when I saw that specifically, I'm like, oh, 61 entrants. That's fine. But I was here at the game
Yeah.
trying to run a PM bracket, and I was like, I got to go now as soon as I get off. Like, boss, can you please finish bracket? Because I want to commentate.
I gotta go. Okay, so basically, Remzi getting to round 3, losing to Zerom. DHB eliminates Nazo, cousin of Zerom. You know, the dude who plays with a nunchuck. We'll get into his loser brackets later.
It was a loser bracket.
Zerom
And
did
he
really
still
well,
didn't,
though.
he still didn't make top 8.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Zerom, 2-0's RK, 2-1 Scarlet, 2-1's Remzi, 2-0's Iota, which I thought was a big win. We see them play a lot here at the Cave, and so that was a decisive win. 3-2's Rags, or Rags and winners, but Rags makes it through in losers. 3-1's them when Zeron was going Roy, and then Rags gets the 3-1, which are good adaptations for Rags.
Matador's stupid. I was like,
What, that whole Grands?
no, it's just you're kind of dry. I was reading chat.
All right, so Reeks confirmed dry. Anyway, so let's see.
See, moments like this where I'm just like, man.
Chat, I love you guys. Please, chat, be chatty. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You're the reason why we keep doing this, so I appreciate all the little moments. I'll never be one of those commentators where they're like, ignore the chat.
No, I was
Don't
telling
look
Zero
at the
earlier,
chat.
like, definitely come up to a Smash Corner wherever you see us at a cave.
Please,
Because,
please.
Because he's always here. He's always getting us support.
Yeah.
Really do appreciate that. Really.
Yeah, we appreciate all of these day one homies. So, but let's talk about the destruction path of crits and chips, which, by the way, talk about scripting
My
a
day
little
one
bit.
commentary. We saw him last week.
We saw him last week on the
and our
Runback,
guest.
and
But
magically he
my day
happened
one
to do.
commentator, and he's putting in work, man. He's leaving me in the dust, and I'm like, go ahead, keep striding, keep going, because 2 top 5s in a row at Fantastic.
Look, all I'm saying is he shows up on the Runback. We give some exposure to the player crits. Then, he happens to do
what's gonna happen?
really, really
what's
good.
gonna happen when we sprinkle that dust? Because we on a Black Yoshi before he left.
Black Yoshi
What's gonna
better
happen
be-
at Smash?
Oh, yeah, no, we're welcome. We hit that little pixie dust
Hey
there.
man, we're not saying we're gonna write scripts, but
We're not saying we write it, but anyway, but he goes, let's see. He already 2-0's Minix in winners, and then we'll see more of that Runback stuff later. But he 2-1's Kree, previously PR'd last week, and Kree at Fantastic is a whole nother beast as well.
Yeah.
So that was really, really good. Loses to FOE. FOE has a kind of a weird playstyle. FOE also beat Promelia, which got to give shout-outs to that. And then loses to Rags 2-0. We also had a Z8 beat Ash 2. Z8 pretty good at that Ryu matchup against specific Ryus. But meanwhile, let's look at the destruction path of both Nazo and Crits. We'll start with Crits because Crits was nutty.
yeah, Crit's doing very well this week. It's same as last week, but getting 5th place both times.
Yeah, so he drops through in bracket, and he has to play Scarlet. He 2-1's PR number, I want to say 16 Scarlet. Beats Minix, 2-0's him again in the Runback, and then loses to Iota. But the fact that he even made it so far in winners and was able to hit that 3-string to get up there was really nice. Minix takes SZA. There's a bunch of, Fantastic. I got to give it to him. It's a fantastic local.
Yep.
So happy to see him hit 61. Just they won't actually have one next week. It's going to be bi-weekly for this month, just in case you're interested. But it is such a
It's just
stacked,
a chill environment, but
crazy
it's also
local
stacked.
where anything can happen. Like your best player Remzi could be Ismer in like a press of a button.
And
you know what I
Esmer
mean?
is Rimsey
It's-
backwards, in case you guys didn't know.
You'll hear so many players too. They'll just be like, I perform pretty well everywhere. I go to Xanadu, I do good. I go to the cave, I do good. But Fantastic though, and that's just because it's hard, man. It's
And
a
then-
hard environment. Like
But then you have people like Wadi.
then you have people like Wadi. You just
It's
do
like
good
it doesn't
everywhere.
matter.
And
You're gonna see Edwa or Edao, Edao,
and so,
Edao.
but even more, I would probably say so. Kritz's run was interesting, but as far as losers runs, gotta give it to Nazo because Nazo went in. He beats GG round 1 in losers. Round 1 losers, right? And then he tears 2-1 Natch the Shulk, 2-1 Scants, 2-1's Ash, 2-1's Jeb PR win, and then loses to Promelia to get just shy. I believe he got 9th in that tournament, but it was 2-1, and I think he SD'd against Promelia is what I heard. So Nazo, good stuff. Always so happy to see good Nazo days. Nazo is such a good player, and when you see him on it, like on that day, it is absolutely
And
terrifying.
it's like one of the most fun Sonics to watch.
Yeah.
Definitely, he's not afraid, or even like, you know what? I'm gonna be in your face. Trust
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And Sonic can work that way, and he makes it very fun to look at as well.
Yeah, so I just run back the results. We had Rags in first place, great win for him. Zerom getting a noble second. Third, Iota. Fourth, FOE. That's a big fourth for FOE, something that needs to be noted. Had a lot of good wins. Then we had fifth, Promelia and Crits. And then 7th place again, Minix. Minix also getting 7th tonight. And then Nazo with a respectable 7th place. Excuse me, not 9th. And then sitting right outside, we had Remzi, Jeb, Scarlet, and Z8. 3 out of 4 are PR'd, sitting in 9th place at a tournament. And Z8 might as well be PR'd. Like,
He's been so close every single season,
yeah,
and it's
like,
a damn shame.
I was telling him a second ago, I was like, we have 35 top 20 players in this region, and that's being, like, lenient about it.
Yep.
So, I don't know. This region's wild. Always fantastic to see fantastic brackets happening. So, 61, shout-outs to them. And we will go to the cave tonight. This has been a weird cave. I'm not even going to lie. Like, but let me pull up the challenge.
That?
I don't know if it's the WEEU singles. Probably.
It was a 36-man bracket tonight.
It's the 6, right?
Yep.
We in there. Okay. So, yeah.
Black Yoshi there. This should be it.
Yep, 36, double elimination.
One thing I want to know, Contra taking a game off of Wadi today, off his Rob.
Yeah, no, he's taken games off of Wadi's Rob at Anvil's, other stuff too. This might have been like the third time he's taken a game. But still worth noting, I think Ryu is a character that's kind of hard against Mewtwo and that Wadi kind of struggles with a little bit. But the fact that he's been so consistent with it. Contro beating Crits round 2, which they've gone back and forth so many times. He gets 2-1 by Wadi. We'll see how he does in losers because he went on a nice little tear today. He 2-1's Azrael, which that's the Sage Manus Grand Final right there. Apparently there was crazy Shoryuken shenanigans where both of them whiffed, but then he hits an aerial Shoryuken. Still a win's a win, but it was crazy result. 2-0's Matador. Matador was doing really good today, getting a upset on Jeb 2-0.
Yep.
And then loses 2-0 to Promelia. Promelia sometimes, man, Promelia is kind of, you can see why he's in that 6th place spot, though, because Promelia is the gatekeeper for sure. I mean, there's so many talented players, but, like, when they have to face Promelia, some of that, man, like, he's seen it before. So, good stuff to Promelia for being that consistent. Promelia continues to 2-1 Lemon as well. Lemon had a run.
Yeah, Lemon
today.
actually getting. What was the biggest thing was he ended up beating Black Yoshi, who actually beat him earlier in winners.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was 2-1 or 2-0.
Yeah,
but regardless,
so Lemon's
run back.
Beats ATP, beats Gravon, which happy to see Gravon today. He did great in doubles, and unfortunately he gets a win on Senpai, but loses losers round 4.
By the way, if you're worrying about the Pokemon Go, it's because coworker Andrew is
playing Pokemon Go, but he has the aux cord. I don't know, man.
It's kind of funny, but I don't know.
It's random. Only here at the cave, y'all. So Lemon takes out Gravon, 2-1's Tengu, 2-0's Minix, which we were already like left the friendly setup and we said, what? What do you do to Minix?
Yeah.
And then
he's not having the best week.
Yeah, I mean he gets 7th though. That's what I kind of told him to keep in mind is like Minix is such a great player. And
so that was for 7th?
Yeah, that was for 7th. And then so he gets 5th today. Or no, I believe he got 4th. He beats Black Yoshi, which that was a great win, especially with Mega Man. They were labbing it out afterwards, but good stuff to win it in the bracket. And then 2-1s to Promelia, which even taking a game at that point was really good. Promelia 2-0's Iota, so he jumps straight into this week against Wadi. Doesn't get a set win off of Wadi. It's a 3-0 this time, which is typical of Wadi. You know, normally we'll probably take a few, like I don't know, a few more weeks before you can get that adaptation a second time. So hard against a player like Wadi. Let me see if there's any other things that I'm possibly missing. Otherwise, losers bracket was pretty typical. We do want to talk about Teo. Teo gets our MVP of the day. Mom driving in.
Oh,
just Iota. He had a crowd behind him because Iota was shook. It was a 2-1 set. Takes a game off of Iota. And it was Iota was talking about too. He had the crowd against him. I mean, Samus Main playing confident too. You could tell he was about that Wi-Fi life.
What was so crazy was he was so young. And his family.
He was so young. He didn't die, bro.
He played so patient. He played not like a lot of younger players like to play that rush down game.
Yeah, or their rush down and their combo game is really good, but it's not the neutral. But this was the opposite. And I guess a character like Samus kind of lends itself to that. But like, still, it was mature. That was a grown Samus.
And then, like one thing I just really want to know is if you're watching this Runback, if you saw this because of streams, thank you for coming out.
Yes.
And I'm glad that what we're doing is actually. Letting people know to come out to the cave and watch your stuff. But
yeah, because it's all about y'all.
Like, just in general, if the family is watching, if you want to show this to your family, because I want you to. If you haven't seen this, thank you so much for being supportive for your child, because it is so important. Because this can be a thing for some people.
And that's so crucial. We talked about Black Yoshi, about like how this game has developed in a person, but especially when you're at that age or even our age, like you're developing so much and so rapidly. So like that support and saying, hey, you're interested in this, go for it, which we'll get into our topic down below of mentoring, which is kind of similar. But like the best mentor you can is a mother, it's a brother, it's whoever.
Your own blood.
Yeah, so I mean, it was just, as I said, it was kind of emotional to see for us because it just encapsulated so much of what we love about this community. But I guess fast forwarding, because I do want to get through this a little quick. Matador almost wins against Tengu in winners. Let's see. Minix takes out Azrael. Promelia takes out Minix. It's kind of a shark eat fish, kind of just like winners bracket. Nothing too crazy. And that about wraps it up. Let me go. Yeah, Wadi. He took 4th of July off. Good for him. He took off fantastic as well. But tonight, man, he showed up. I mean, he made it no set losses. Just solid performance altogether by Wadi.
Like I'm saying, whenever he comes back from out of state, it's a new version of the Wadi. It's basically Frieza, because Frieza is coming back over and over again in Dragon Ball for no reason.
Yeah.
And so it just keeps coming back, but this time they can't beat him ever.
Yeah, you can't capture that Pokemon.
It was the closest to kind of showing like, oh, was Wadi kind of falling?
And even then, if you unscope from ZD's wins, it was looking like it was only like a few weeks. You look at a Fox player like Light, who he was winning over the weekend when he went up to New York, I believe.
And then now
beating him in top 8s.
Alpha, he ended up beating Light at 3-0 in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, like it's a completely different monster. But that's kind of what you see, because like Wadi, his adaptation, the amount of learning that he does. And the funny thing is we harass him about not playing Wi-Fi, not labbing as much tech skill as he should.
But as much as he done for not doing that.
That man be thinking. Like, because he comes in every tournament and he has a plan.
He does look back at that stuff.
That's actually like the most crucial thing. And if you're not already at a young age or in your Smash career, right? If you're not watching your VODs, if you're not looking at your mistakes, whatever you got to do, like as long as you can sit on the couch, pull your laptop up, watch why you suck, and then not get offended, but learn from it. Yeah. That is the most important thing.
A lot of times you can get mad like while it happens or right after it happens. You're like, man, that should have hit, or man, that was dumb. But then once you look back at it, you're like, man, I was dumb. Like, I shouldn't have got hit by that, or why didn't I see this earlier? That could have definitely taken the stock earlier or put me out of that situation completely.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to run through. So 1, Wadi tonight. 2, Promelia. Nice second place showing. Showing why he's kind of been a cut above with that beautiful Corrin sword. 3, Iota. Iota's been just consistent. Yeah, really consistent. I think he won at Anvil over the weekend too, I believe. Yeah. So which he's been holding that down too. 4th, Lemon, who gets our MVP, I guess, for the day probably. Contro, Black Yoshi, and the Matador Minix both share that 7th place spotlight. So right now, the topic that we're shining a spotlight on is mentoring. And so we did coaching. We did coaching a while back, but I think mentoring is a little different. And the specification that I want to put on that is mentoring. We've talked about it a lot on the Runback, and it's something that I enjoy talking about, is like Smash is such an interpersonal game. We all are on our own journey, and we're all constantly developing as we play this beautiful game that we all love so much. So one thing that I try to do, I think the most important thing that you can do as a player is not only respect and befriend and value the people that are above you, right? We talked about Gerald idolizing players like Void or Pink Fresh. But at the same time, it's really important to treat everyone like humans, but respect the people above you, come alongside the people that are beside you in skill, and then help the people that may be beneath your skill level or whatever, help bring them up as well and catch them up, because it's all the more community growth that we do and the more that seeds that you plant in your local scene, the more that like that just is going to just grow over time, and then you can just harvest the benefits of not only just more competitive locals, more like entrance at your locals so you can pot farm or whatever. Like more important than that, it grows friendships like in the community, and it helps all of us grow, because guess what, spoiler alert, I'm going to be playing Smash when I'm 85. Some people not as crazy as I am.
I'll be playing my feet if I have to.
Whatever you got to do, yeah. If it's sawed off, like
or bionic feet, regardless, I will be playing some sort of way.
But even then, like there's some people where maybe they get an opportunity to play Smash for 3 years and then they get married, different priorities. They get a job.
That actually happens a lot, because so many people in this community have come and gone, and then you don't really realize how many until like I actually started thinking about it. Especially some people in the chat, they're like, all right, all the things that happened at hard times or early Xanadu when Boss was terrorizing there, all the people that are just come and gone.
And you don't realize, like...
or even sometimes they make those reappearances like, oh, crap, where you been?
Yeah, and our time is so limited, and I think the reason why I'm kind of unscoping here is that, like, our time is so limited, you're not really sure, even when we think of players like this past year, how much of an impact Allied had on our scene, and like we all didn't know how short of time it was. He was battling an illness with cancer, right? But like crazy life happens basically, and that's totally okay. But when life is happening, I was mentoring and talking with somebody earlier today that I'm not gonna like shout out, but like there's a lot of people that I have invested my time in. kind of personally, not only checking in on how's your growth doing as a Smash player. They could be, people that are just like going 0-2 at all of your locals. It could be, from one character like to another person, both of your mains, like Black Yoshi mentoring young Jeb, Shout out to Jeb. He'll get there one day.
A lot of times, people are mentors before they even know it.
Yeah.
For some people, we might even be mentors, and that's crazy.
And
to
we
think of.
aren't even aware. Like,
but it's for example, Mike Kirby used to be that way for me. I used to look up to him and be like, bro, Kirby's freaking dope, able to do things and try to say one of the hardest regions, and still one of the hardest regions in North America. But there's so many different ways, like putting on an image for yourself wherever you go, essentially.
And it's really easy to go, I already suck so much at this game, right? Or who am I to like kind of coach and tell this person? And it's kind of different at coaching, right? Like there's different ways that people are receptive to different things. But like one thing that a teacher told me from a really young age, speaking of mentoring, that has really helped me is you know more than you don't know, right? And so you may be really knowledgeable about different just things in life or something, or sometimes you just need to be there to listen to somebody to make sure that somebody's feeling heard about something. And so like some of these things that you could be doing, I mean, Twitter, Discord, hey man, like call your friend on the phone, like take 2 times and pull your friend aside at a tournament and be like, hey, is everything going well? Oh man, I just went 0-2 in bracket. And be like, no, is everything going well? Like how's your day going? Like checking in with people, treating everyone with respect as well. Yeah, Dark Flame's a perfect example. I look at like Pooty and Dark Flame and how much they have both grown and learned from each other. Because the secret about this, right, is you're teaching other people and you're helping them grow. But the busted part about it is that teaching somebody else the game, teaching somebody else about life, helps you grow as well, and you almost get more out of it than they do. Because
it's like a seed, because they'll learn from what you told them, and then they'll teach that person, and it's an ongoing domino effect.
Yeah. I genuinely, my goal, and I think what's nice is like, Smashers are already so nice, but I'm just happy that we play a game in which like, people are just so, granted, there's parts of the scenes where, we can get really competitive, we can get really in our own head, we can get really dramatic, oh, Bayo, or like whatever thing that there is to complain and be toxic about. But at the end of the day, I've always respected that our scene is extremely welcoming. We talked, I believe, with Crits or somebody else about, all sex, creed, orientation, whatever you are. We appreciate you.
Where you at?
Where you lad. But like honestly, like you have a place in the Smash community. You have a voice to be heard. You have something to contribute into the melting pot.
What your own wants to be, and most of the time starts out to be.
If you just think a different way than everyone else, too. Think about how many, minds that we have, not only who play specifically in a way that's never been played like before, but just think in different ways. I mean, how many times have you been sitting at a Smash tournament and you go, man, I would have never talked with this dude ever. Or, like, this dude is so weird. But the fact that, like, we're sitting at SmashCon, I watched, talk about parents, too. I watched Puppe and Squirk's parents are absolutely godlike. Really, really nice people. I'm so happy that they've been as supportive, as well as other mentor-type people. Think about, like, Sova driving them out all the time. Unknown, specifically, Sova Unknown, or other people, too. But, like, I remember watching Boss and Puppe team, and Anti and Ally are popping off on Boss and Puppe, because they were that, like, shook and invested in the game. But at the end of the day, you're going like, wow, we have Boss who is, like, in his late 20s, has been playing the game since, forever. And Puppe, who was, like, 14 at the time, like, maybe even younger.
And that was about the point where I was saying, MDVA ain't free anymore. Like,
no, we're not.
Like, we're definitely, like, it's definitely not in contention anymore, especially what the results we've shown at majors.
Yeah. But to me, it was a pivotal moment because you're like, this game is absolutely magical. Yeah. The fact that these two people can get together and work towards a common goal of defending the region. Yeah. They were swagging out on him, too, and the parents were supportive. Like, it was a great moment. And so, like, always be open, receptive, and keep an open ear for some of these things. And also, I don't know, give people the benefit of the doubt, and I don't know, because you'll be surprised at all the people in the community. As I said, everyone has a role to fill. So that's kind of it. Any other closing thoughts on mentoring that you want to give and how you can help people beneath you, other than just, I don't know, emotional support or just being a homie? Which is kind of what everything goes back to.
Being a homie, we're still working on the acronym for that specifically, and probably even a video on our WesTweli channel. But in general, golden rule. Treat someone or respect people how you want to be respected. Sure, you may not gel with some people. Sure, you may not feel some type of way, but just learn social cues, learn exactly what's
Yeah.
in certain situations.
Use this
and
as a
just
safe haven,
be
too.
Nice. Just be nice. There's no reason to be like. Granted, like trash talking between games. We're not talking about that. That's always for fun. It should be at least if you're.
Yeah.
Like, but in general, it's always be nice. Always do what you would want someone to do to you.
Yeah, and I think this is also such a great facility, especially we talked about, like, there's some people who are lacking in social skills, you know. Maybe, like, at high school, things aren't going their way. People don't really understand them for, like, the dopeness that they actually are. And you go to a Smash tournament, and it's scary. It's intimidating, you know. Maybe your mom's driving you. Maybe, like, whatever's happening.
First time. And
maybe it's your very first tournament.
It should be, like, a relieving moment. Like, wow, you guys are dope. Especially, like, when I came back into the scene, I'm like, after I started becoming more of a commentator, I'm just like, I want everyone to just kind of be there for each other. And there was a point where it was like everyone was kind of spiteful to each other. There was a point where Sova and like Nova and Maryland were all basically different regions.
Yeah, and a PR would come out, and the Maryland would be like, man, those like Virginia kids, and then like Virginia would be like, man, those pesky Marylanders, and people in DC and Delaware were just like, man, remember us, like, or whatever, like, but invest time into your local scene. Like, when I first started playing in my local scene, Fredericksburg specifically, which I know I talk about Fredericksburg a lot, but those are my day one friends, so I have to. We started jokingly shouting out F-Berg at we were trying to be the loudest people in the venues. We always had 2-3 people supporting, trash talking a little bit, but always comforting and just making sure that all of our locals were really, really hype. But we started, whenever we travel to places like here or other times, which is also intimidating too, leaving your own little community that you've grown with, we would start jokingly say, oh my God, F-Berg, and like, because we sucked, right? And then we're sitting at SmashCon, and Azriel beats Mewtwo King, right, which is something that's absolutely nutty. I don't care what you want to say about, like, the flush mechanics or whatever. He, like, beats Mewtwo King in a set, and we're all shouting out F-Berg because, like, oh my God, like that was absolutely wild. Or now, like, Scarlet, like, sitting on, like, the PR, you know, Scarlet was like, I don't know, like, Scarlet, Scans, whoever else that you want to say, but, like, because of the people like Double C, who we've shouted out earlier, facilitating a TO, like, I always wanted to be somebody who intermingled and forced a catalyst and making sure that everyone befriended each other. Commentary, I was able to be a part of a bunch of matches. We had other people that were constantly just willing to grind out friendlies, the people that bring setups, the people that come early, the people that are the first to start a conversation. If that is a role that you feel like playing, then just step into it, you know? Try it out. Like, try out everything. Like, if you're flustered sometimes in social situations, sometimes it's hard opening up to people, Smash is the easiest place that you could possibly do that. Hey, who do you main? I main Ness. You like back throw kills? Yeah, they're pretty dope. You want to play some friendlies? Sure, I love this game. And then, like, all of a sudden, he, like, steals your recovery with Magnet, and you're already laughing with your homie, and you're going like, oh, my God, what is this game? And then you guys are insta-homies. Like, it's already over. Like,
yeah, especially because when most of the time I think of experiences like this is at nationals or majors. There's regional events in general where you meet different play styles all together. SmashCon is where I met a lot of the people where I'm just like, dude, your Bayo's dope, or dude, this guy, this DDD's dope, especially DDD's.
And don't sleep on anyone skill-wise, personality-wise, whatever, because as I said, they will surprise you.
Especially, and that's when it comes to mentoring, because you can possibly teach them to be a better player, or just be that person that helps them stay in the community and become that player that could be the next Pizza King. They could be the next Zero, could be the next Mango.
So, yeah, you never know.
Yeah, and to answer, or to reply to you, Zero, my bad. Like I said, like, when I came back into the scene, the reason I came back because I knew, like, people were being like, yo, where you been? Like, it's just respect and just, like, we're a big family. We're a big brotherhood.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be a part of this family. So I guess that's probably a good note to leave on. This has been family edition of the Runback, so I'm happy. Yeah.
If you guys want to ask us some questions in chat,
it's possible.
I don't know if Raves is here because he was asking that earlier.
Some housekeeping, if you guys do want to throw out some questions, some housekeeping really quick. So today, earlier on my own personal Twitch TV, okay, yeah, that's fine. On my personal Twitch, I use my handy-dandy smartphone that I picked up recently. The new Twitch app is kind of jank as far as, like, UI stuff. It's a little gross, but it does have in-app IRL streaming. So I use that to do yesterday morning, I did a live stream with one of my friends, my first friend, when I first started playing Smash 4, because I played Melee before, right? But you can follow me at WesTweli on Twitch, same as my Twitter. But I did a nice little segment. You can watch like the VOD if you want, of just me wandering around the cave with my phone in like selfie mode basically the whole time, just like talking with people, doing whatever. But so the official title of the segment that I want to do for that is Timed Out with Tweli, and hopefully Timed Out with Tweli, whether we're at SmashCon, Xanadu, Cave, whatever. I just want to give you guys a kind of look, if you're sitting at home, of what it's like to be at a tournament. Some of the people that, may not stay this late to be on stream, but are so funny and hilarious. Hopefully, we can have like dance competitions with Archie and then like other random stuff. Yeah, I don't know. But so hopefully we'll.
I'm sorry.
You'll be seeing IRL streams happening. It didn't actually go up earlier. I failed because I didn't have enough Wi-Fi. We were live streaming out of Halal Guys, which, by the way, Halal Guys sponsorship may be in the works.
And like, we're not even trolling.
Not
We're not even trolling at all.
May be in the works.
Suck the life out of Halal Guys.
So.
We'll suck the cucumber sauce.
Oh my gosh, that white sauce. Yeah. Okay. Whoa there. Anyway. So Halal Guys is dope. Other things that are dope, on Wednesday mornings, I will have Tweli Talks, my other segment that I'm going to have, where I actually have a webcam and a proper microphone at home. I don't even have a capture card, but I'm just trying to stream so I can talk with the people and just hang out with y'all. Because, like, honestly, like, that's what it's about. If you want to hear more rants like this about mentoring, if you want to hear rants about, I don't know, how good Mediterranean food is, if you want to hear whatever, and if you're down for it, I'm going to be getting up in the morning, sipping my coffee, Wednesday, just hanging out, talking. If you want to have questions, whatever other things, I'll be there. So that's definitely going to be a thing in the future. Always check the YouTube. It's YouTube at WesTweli.
Yep.
You don't use at signs
right
or whatever.
Here.
Yeah, but our YouTube channel.
That's kind of cool.
Dude, it's nice. So you can watch our YouTube. If you want to see any other content, we'll be posting other content. We got skits in the work. We got other just projects on projects that you're going to see there. I wanted to be, it's going to be so good. Anyway, and then one last thing, too. Special thank you to, that I forgot to mention. Saturday, Raffle Fox was kind enough to, he was able to compensate us even a little bit for doing some commentary. So that monthly, we're just really happy to bring some exposure to the monthlies. It was a pleasure to commentate. If you want to check the YouTube, those will probably be up soon because they were really fun sets to commentate. I felt like we did a pretty good job. But also, I believe this month, the 22nd, is the monthly?
Yep, the 22nd.
The 22nd. So if you want to see a monthly on a Saturday.
Guys, gaming jerseys win.
Ooh, oh my God. Ooh, the red and the yellow.
Dude, we're basically
like
reverse Redskins.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, it works, man. But so I'm super down, and you can get that cave yellow in there too.
Oh my gosh!
Oh man, so many sponsors. So I'm excited.
Imagine, because
we should have a SmashCon Halal Guys party. Get it catered because they're going to be here anyway.
I can't.
We need to get the Thursday night where everyone's at SmashCon. Cater Halal Guys. It's over.
By the way, guys,
it's
be there
over.
Be here at the cave for SmashCon for sure.
That Thursday we'll be here doing top 8 for sure. We'll be at Fantastic. We'll be at Xanadu as well because it will be lit. Emerald in the chat. How are you doing, Emerald? So happy to see you.
But also, if you guys want to ask us some questions, it's something you didn't know about.
Do whatever you got to do.
Know our opinions on things. Go ahead, because we're about to close it out here.
Yeah, I just need one more question because I'm trying to leave it like 2, and that's like 4 minutes. But either way, I don't want to put a damper on your guys' questions. Yeah. I'm down to chill. But yeah, I'm just shout outs. Yeah. So shout outs to Emerald.
18th Emerald. Are you good? We're gonna stay here until he says
to ride them roller coasters, get them thrills. Vlogs. Vlogs are more things that we're gonna be doing as well.
By the way, speaking of the timed out, that's gonna be broken at SmashCon because we're gonna be sweating. We're sweating bullets when it comes to fighting every really notable MDVA match, and trying to record that on Super Twili because with us too, Twitch or IRL, especially on our fancy dancy new phones that it's able to work on.
Yeah.
Periscope's dead for Smash.
Periscope's dead. Okay. Twitch IRL forever. Yeah. So yeah, that about wraps it up for housekeeping. We will have episode number 8, which by the way, when I was typing in, make sure to tweet out or make sure to tune in to the Runback, blah, 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 promotion, plug. Typing in episode 7 was kind of wild. Kind of wild. How have we done this for 7? Because it's technically 8 because we had episode 0, episode 1 and 3. You were a homie for seeing that. But oh my goodness, thank you guys for being here. I love all of our regulars that we have in here. I love the people that tune in and just this is dope. 3 a.m. Got to go to bed. Whatever you're doing, the people who are watching this in the future on YouTube, we're just happy that y'all are happy enjoying this content because we love making it for you. We love this region so much. We love shining a spotlight on the people who are in love with this game and putting in the effort week after week. So just so much appreciation that we're able to do this, and I think it's just a good time. So that's about it. It's not looking like we're having any questions. So any final thoughts for the stream, West?
Please keep this going forever. Well, that's the thing. If you guys keep the support going, let's keep this growing. Also, if you guys want, go ahead and tweet out the Runback. We want to, because the more people, the better.
Yeah.
Because definitely you want to let people know, like he said, about the talent that is coming out of MDVA. And shout out to Alatrocity.
Hopefully it's
my old team captain in Gears.
Oh my gosh, Alatrocity. Okay, so actually too, hopefully by SmashCon, we trying to merch it, bruh. We trying to get some Runback snapbacks. We trying to get some WesTweli pins that we can dish out.
No,
I'm trying to get
actually might have some, our
a
logo
pin.
right there. We might have a pin.
Oh my god.
Maybe have a pin.
And then people in the chat, we're sending them out because you guys are the reason that we do it. We want to give back
for you guys,
for the people who run it back each week. But that's going to be dope when that happens. And then the other thing that I want to do, which I'm just verbalizing this right now, I want to have a business card because Jeb made that logo look nice. I'm trying to be like, hey man, my name's Tweli. Whip it out. Oh, by the way, take this. You're going to keep it in your pocket because nobody uses business cards anymore. It has my name, my Twitter, my PayPal when you pay me $500 to do a major, whatever you got to do. It's got my number right there if you want to fall in love with me. Girl at the barista at the local coffee shop.
Hey, man, you still have a chance.
Oh, I know I have a chance. She makes coffee. She talked to me. Already done.
I know my
busted.
hair's curly now. I know it's curly. That's the point of it.
Baristas are actually my weakness. Like,
really?
I've dated more baristas than I'd like to admit for. But yeah, I don't know. Wes' hair is so curly. Look at this. He's got that little poof. Now I feel bad because I'm doing that white person thing where I be touching your hair.
Yeah, where they're like,
well, white people always do
can
that.
I touch your hair?
Can I? Oh my god! It's like so like
What do you
not
mean,
my
girls?
hair. Where do you mean girls? That mom was back here. Shout outs to Runback inside jokes from last episode. That mom.
There was a mom. I don't know. Did we explain it last week?
We explained it last week. They can go back to the YouTube, run it back if you
All
don't
right,
get
yeah,
the
we're
reference.
running back to that run back.
But anyway, I'm about to run back my ass home to Fredericksburg.
Yep.
So thank you guys
We're
for
gonna be
tuning
closing
in.
This out. Shout outs to everyone that has been here so far. Shout outs to everyone that will be here or that is looking at this on the YouTube or the VODs. Go ahead and follow us.
Yep.
We are WesTweli. We were MDVA commentary dude that's trying to take it over and trying to grow and be better.
Trying to take over
for you guys.
Yep.
Because without you guys, we are nothing.
So we appreciate the support. And
Yeah,
I don't know,
we're
keep
too.
going. And
Tweli's here. I'm here.
anyway, go forth and do beautiful things, y'all. Thank you so much.
You guys take care. Have a good one. Peace out.
Gang, gang.